Yeah, it was two back-to-back matches, really, really physical matches. I thought Irvine did a great job both nights. And I thought tonight for us, offensively, we kind of struggled in the first set. And I thought our blocking defense and especially our serving bailed us out of that. And that's something that we've talked a lot about. Of if not every part of the game is working together, then it's okay to lean on the blocking defense to get the offense going, or the offense to get the blocking defense going. But the good thing is that it got significantly better offensively as the match went on. We hit 300 in the 3-something in the second set, and well over 400 in the third set. So it got better, which I was proud of. I thought there was also a really good display of grit and fight to get that second set when we were down late. With Josh and TJ both went back and put together two really nice serving runs and got us right back into that. So, and then we were able to play a nice third set and get out of here against a real good team. So I'm proud of the guys. Maybe not the cleanest match, not surprising. Two good teams, two big physical teams, back-to-back nights. I'm sure there's some tired bodies because there was a lot of the same guys who played for both teams in both matches. But a lot of good things, and more importantly, the fight to find a way to squeak it out when it wasn't easy is something that is always very, very impressive to me.
Questions?
Alan, after the USC match, you said the team strength over the last couple of years has been the way it responds. How do you feel you guys responded, last night and tonight? Yeah,
I thought it was great. Like every team in the country at this time of the year, you're dealing with all sorts of things in your gym. And I thought our guys did a great job of coming in and being focused during the week, really more on the block and defense side than anything. And because we just didn't really feel like that was anywhere close to acceptable in our match last weekend. So to find ways to win sets at the end with the very part of your game that you weren't happy with means that we had a great week of training, and our guys had a tremendous response, which is something that doesn't surprise me at all.
Coach, what are some of the things you guys can clean up right now so you can limit the errors that lets opposing teams stay in?
Yeah, the number one thing is for us is to continue to stay true to who we are. We would like to continue to pass the ball in the middle of the court, let Josh run our offense and stay balanced. You hear that in all sports. When we're balanced and we're creating stress because we're setting everybody in every row, we become a very difficult team to defend. Like any team, if we're going to be predictable, whether it's heavy Kyle or heavy TJ or whoever it might be, there's only so long that's going to work for you. And sometimes it's because of the other team's service pressure. Sometimes it's because of maybe just the offense. Maybe someone's not having a great night. But the best thing for us is to get back to being as balanced as we possibly can. It's easier said than done. There's a lot of factors that go into it. Every team that comes into play us, for the most part, is going to bomb away at their serves, or they're going to be super tactical, like Irvine was tonight, with serving their jump floats at us. But offensively, it's been a really, really good part of our program the last couple of years, and the last couple of weeks it's been a grind. We've had back-to-back matches at Santa Barbara, and then the match up in LA, and then these two matches, and there's no doubt that there's some fatigue involved. So what we do is we give a lot of credit to our guys for their fight and resiliency and their grit for getting through this weekend. It's a really good team to beat back-to-back nights. And we get in the gym, and we make sure we get the proper rest also, while we're also continuing to get back to who we are by being balanced.
Nick, you're usually reliable on the defensive end, blocking and everything, but you had a great rapport with Josh tonight. Can you sort of talk about how it was being a workhorse, both ends, to lead your team to victory?
I just do it for my team. We do everything together. So it's not what I'm doing, it's what my team's doing. And when my team's able to go back and just bomb jump serves all night, it makes my job incredibly easy. When our back row passers are passing nails all night, and Josh is just on fire once again. You know, we have all weapons going, and it just opens up the court for everyone. So it's just what we train, and it's just what we do, and it's never just me and Josh. It's more so just it's Jordan, you know, and Louie, and Kyle stepping in and pass four-man, and TJ, you know, just making everyone else's job way easier. So it's just how we play our game.
Question for both players. There's a quality of this team which it seems like when you guys get pressed a little bit, that's when you see the grit and the time and the effort that you guys put in. And both the third set last night and the third set tonight, I mean, the ball didn't hit the court very often on their kill attempts. I mean, you guys are returning really well.
Well, to comment on the getting gritty after we're getting pushed a little bit, we kind of talk about how this week we wanted to give the first punch instead of receiving it if we're actually going to get into a dogfight with another team. So in that sense, we try to respond in a better sense of we're going to come out and, you know, give the first punch, and we make them respond to us, you know, and we act with we play with some swagger and, you know, confidence. And in that sense, you know, we just have them make them play to our game, you know, make things go our way when things aren't going our way. You know, show that grit. You know, we expect them to have a fight, and, you know, we play our game, stay true to who we are, and just stick to our system.
Jordan, what is it about playing in the pyramid? You guys are on obviously a nice streak winning here. The volleyball court's obviously the same size technically as the court at USC, right? But like, what's the difference playing here for you guys that you've been so good the last couple of years?
The biggest difference is probably like just our mindset with the crowd, probably. But I mean, other than that, like, that's not really an excuse that I would like to use. Honestly, it's just us being comfortable with how we play in our own gym. You know, we practice and play hard every single day in here. We're comfortable. You know, maybe the crowd gets us a little extra energy, a little riled up, which is where we kind of just got to go back to slowing things down to where we're comfortable. But the biggest thing that helps us would probably be our fans, or, you know, the LB Nation helping us out. You know, we got like everybody just, you know, helping us out. So that's our biggest takeaway from that. But other than that, we just try to play our game. Doesn't matter where we're playing.
For everybody, two-part question. First, were you guys aware at all that Snyder Miller wasn't available for them in these games? He's been their best player. And the second part of the question is, when you guys play SC next season, will you play in the gold mine?
Well, first of all, I'll answer it in reverse order. No. I don't think Andy would let us play in the gold mine. If you've taken a good look at how the pyramid looks right now, I'm not sure we're going to the gold mine. But to answer about their personnel, you know, it's not common practice to share information on an injury list with each other, so you don't really know for sure. But obviously, we had a prep for him being in and him not being in. So we had a feeling that there was probably a pretty good chance that he would not be playing. But we certainly, when you're going to lose a quality player like him, then you have to prep that he's going to be in there, and then you have to have Plan B. So when we got to the gym last night, we got to the gym tonight, we realized Plan B was the way we were going to go, but we were prepped for both.
For the players, were you guys aware of it? I mean, you guys obviously talk about it, but when you're playing in the court, do you even think about it?
I mean, our coaches do such a great job prepping us to begin with, you know, and if we see him on the court, then we have a plan to deal with it. If he's not on the court, we also have a plan to deal with it as well. You know, it's we train for situations like this. We train to be able to handle any situation on the court, any type of offense, any type of defense. You know, so I mean, obviously the game changes when he's on the court. He's a great player, but you know, we were prepped for anything, just like we always are.
Alan, you know, a couple times in the last few weeks, I feel like you've mentioned the offense a little bit slow getting going.
Yeah.
Do you think there's something to, you guys have had the core of your offense has been the same personnel for so long. Is there something to people seeing those guys, you know, multiple times a year for a couple of years in a row that makes it harder for them to, you know, surprise people, or, do some of the stuff they do that would maybe catch people off guard last year or the year before?
Sure. Yeah, I think the more you get to get information and video and all those, we talk about that all the time. We're getting the same information on our opponents they're getting on us. Which is a lot, and you're able to stack that together. And for our team, you can put pretty much 2 years of information together. I'm sure there's some tendencies, but our staff does a really good job. Nick, is relentless on making sure that we're not getting real pattern on our offense, and Scott and McKay do a great job on the block and defense side of making sure that we are not too predictable on the way we're going about our block and defense. So, yeah, I think there's something to that. But I also think that for us, we're just grinding through the middle of the season. We've been dealing with some guys that haven't been feeling well and some guys that are banged up and all that. We're going to get healthy, and we're going to continue to play better as the matches go on, because we can control that. We can't control some of the things that were thrown our way the last couple of weeks, but the best part about it is that our guys have found a way to be 100% of whatever they are the last couple of weeks, and find a way to win. And as we continue to feel fresher, and we'll play better. And by the way, it's still pretty good.